All right, hey VC, I'm Jamie. Welcome back. We are back with another video, and yes, back with another unboxing, another big old unboxing on on this edition. Now there are a few things in here that have arrived. One is new, the other's not so new. So let's break it open and take a look inside. A multiple unboxing on this edition, and why not? We haven't done one of those for a while. There's a good weight to this particular box because of one item that I have ordered. And then the other two are much smaller. One that's been out actually for a few years that I didn't know was out. And then one, of course, that's brand new that, of course, was looking forward to. And, of course, yes, it has arrived. This is the latest in the Jethro Tull series, Still Living in the Past, the 1972 double album remixed and expanded to include related recordings, associated original mixes, and the full November 1970 Carnegie Hall concert. That concert has certainly been released in a number of configurations over the years, remixed to stereo and 5.1 surround sound by the one, the only, Steven Wilson. So there you go. As usual, no hype stickers or anything like that on it, because really most of the information's right there anyway. So very excited. Always enjoy these box sets from Jethro Tull. Let's get that shrink off here. Okay. And so for this one, and there's the track listing there. Okay, so we have in the 100-page book an article, lots of course, analysis on this. I don't think I need to read all of this. Of course, it's going to be chock full of rare photos and things like that. So CD1 is original mixes, remixes, edits, and demos from 68 to 71. CD2 is Living in the Past Part 1, that's kind of cool. They haven't really done this of having some demos and mixes on the first disc. That's kind of little different. So they got Living in the Past Part 1, Living in the Past Part 2, again, Steven Wilson stereo mixes. CD4 is Live at Carnegie Hall, 1970 Part 1. CD5 is Live at Carnegie Hall, 1970 Part 2. And then Disc 6 is Blu-ray audio. And there is some Blu-ray video on here as well, The Witch's Promise. I think a few performances. It looks like also the teacher, I think video is on here as well, and a long song. So it looks like, the video is all, I think the promotional films, or the videos, if you will, for those songs. Witch's Promise, 2 for Teacher, and Life is a Long Song. Very nice. Okay, let's take a look inside. And, of course, the configuration. Again, I do love this format of the book thing, and as I've always talked about, I'm not a huge fan of the layering of CDs, but I've complained about this far, far too long. And it's always interesting that generally they have the Blu-ray in a separate little thing like this. So, yeah, let's, very nice. Let's take a look. Okay. Very nice. And you can see the CDs there. And then we have simply CD3 and that. And then I'm assuming the Blu-ray is in here. Yeah, and that's the Blu-ray in the other sleeve. And then the CDs here. Maybe I should pop them out because at least those two, they have kind of a different look on the label there. There's the one. And then there's the other. There's that, and there's nothing really behind there. Oh, okay, let's take a quick look at the booklet. And again, these are always, just fabulous in terms of their presentation. The essays are just amazing. Always chock full of great photos. Plenty of information. Yeah, we've still got more to go in this series of reissues, if you will, in this kind of book CD format. Not done just yet. even choosing to do this compilation, or live compilation, if you will, with Living in the Past. Yeah, the Jethro Tull, there's something legendary about that Carnegie Hall performance. It's been issued a number of times in different configurations over the years. It is a great set, for sure. Okay. Martin Barre there. Such a great band. Oops. Yeah, lots of write-ups on all of the songs here. Oops. Okay. Wow, so much stuff. And then all the lyrics are included here at the back. And then, of course, 45 sleeves. And there you go. That's pretty much it. Jethro Tull, still living in the past. Very cool. So, again, first CD, original mixes, remixes, edits, and demos, and then Living in the Past on CD 2 and 3, and then live at Carnegie Hall CD 4 and 5, and then the Blu-ray audio as well. Okay, so this continues, as mentioned, this series of pretty amazing CD books, and of course it would be remiss without showing you pretty much the complete series, including this one that I did pick up. Now this is officially not part of the Chrysalis reissues, but this is a reissue on Inside Out label for the Jethro Tull Christmas album. Which is really neat, and it's kind of cool that they put it in the same exact formats as the book, so you can file it right alongside. Now they pretty much don't have an extensive, they don't have any essays or anything. It's really just the lyrics to the song, some nice pictures and things like that. So no extensive essay for this one, as opposed to all the others of the Chrysalis series. So there's that, and then these are in no particular order. I got this was. There's that. And all of these, I think, are just outstanding. Speaking more Jethro Tull Live there. And then we got the very first one in the series that I did not pick up initially, and was very lucky that for all of them that they decided to reissue this one for whatever reason, so I was able to pick that one up. Thick as a brick. And boy, this massive one. This for what an album you didn't think would be a big issue on this, Jethro Tull Broadsword and the Beast, the 40th anniversary monster edition, and that it is. Here we go. And I think some Tull fans were speculating that maybe Under Wraps was going to be the next issue. Okay, so there you have that. The Jethro Tull book CD series, or whatever you like to call it. Okay, and this is what else I picked up. I picked up the CD of this initially and was really impressed by it. I don't think this is getting maybe as much love as it deserves in terms of, so this is the Jimmy Page and the Black Crowes. So this is the vinyl version of Live at the Greek. So this is the complete one. You can also get this as a simple 2 vinyl set. So this is the 25th anniversary 180 gram 6 LP box set from the legendary LA Greek shows. 36 remixed and remastered tracks with 16 never released before Led Zeppelin and Black Crow classics, including Soundcheck. I think this has just been absolutely stunning. This is a CD. I picked up the CD. The sort of complete set on CD as well, and it's absolutely outstanding. It's just great to hear these Black Crow songs, and then the Led Zeppelin songs. Jimmy Page part of this. They also do a cover of Fleetwood Mac's "Oh Well" on this. I think from start to finish, it is just outstanding. And they're saying this is certainly a better remastered or a better recording from the original version. So interesting. Yeah, this is a slipcase. Let's get the shrink off this. But as I say, I don't think this one's getting a whole lot of love in the VC for whatever reason, or it's just getting kind of not ignored. But okay, let's pull this out. My only quibble with this, as I say, the recording is fantastic. And not everybody loves live recordings too. I know there's quite a few that don't really care for live recordings, but I wish there'd be some sort of, maybe like an essay or some analysis, especially now that this is, a reissue on this. It'd been nice to take a look at the concert, what really brought Jimmy Page together with the Black Crowes. That none of that is included, just a poster, and then you got the music. So poster is going to be a little bit bigger on this one for the LP version. And there you have the band. And there is a nice little video that they did put out just recently promoting this, where Jimmy Page is with the Robinson brothers talking about this. And Jimmy Page obviously had just an amazing time. And it's interesting, it was such a one-off though. But Jimmy Page clearly looks back at this quite fondly and really enjoyed working with these guys. I'm surprised they haven't worked together again, but who knows. Okay, let's take a look at the vinyl. So again, this is 6 LPs, and this includes also a lot of the sound check, and there's a jam at the end. But I think it's just a really nice mix, and much to my surprise, well done on the vocals. Robert Plant is not an easy guy to. There's not a lot of people that want to take on Led Zeppelin songs just because of Robert Plant's vocals, but it all works. Yeah, these are not polyline sleeves, but they're quite thick sleeves, but not polyline or anything like that. But yeah, I get the Robinson boys mixed up. Chris Robinson on lead vocals and Rich Robinson's on guitar. But Chris Robinson does a really nice job, I think, with the vocals to take on Led Zeppelin material. And it's nice to hear in the interviews that they're clearly big fans of Led Zeppelin and Jimmy Page. But yeah, I just think it works. With the Black Crow songs mixed in with the Led Zeppelin songs. And I waited a bit on this because I initially thought the LP version was a little pricey. Again, it is 6 LPs, but the price came down a bit, and hopefully it's still down as of this recording. And last but not least, a nice shot of the band with Jimmy. But yeah, if you haven't checked this out, I mean, obviously you can stream it and check it out if you wish, but well worth listening to. I think it was really, really good. Oh, okay, so there you have that. And then we've got one more little package. This is Rolling Stones, and this is Rolling Stone Steel Wheels Live, Atlantic City, New Jersey. And this one I just didn't have in my collection, or if I did, I can't find it, which can be the case as well. So this was definitely released a few years back. But this is the New Jersey show with, I believe, special guests on hand for this. Okay, so let's take a look at this. And this also includes Blu-ray as well of the show. So it's pretty much, the Steel Wheels tour. This is where the Stones kind of had another crack at it in terms of not quite a reunion, but finally got things going again. Steel Wheels, not exactly my favorite album. It's not a bad album. Sometimes it gets kind of shuffled aside there, but this was a pretty big tour because this was the Stones back at it after squabbling and not playing for a number of years. And it's just going to have a nice little nifty little booklet here. When Mick Jagger was sporting very short hair at the time, too. And of course with Charlie. And with Bobby Keys. Okay, there you have that. And don't know if there's anything behind. No, it doesn't look like there's anything behind the CDs and the Blu-ray. I'll just pop those out. But this will be fun to listen to, as always. And apparently we just can't get enough live Rolling Stone releases these days. So there's just nothing behind there. Pretty straightforward, just kind of the design there. There you have that. The song listing is quite tiny. But it's got all your usual favorites. There's a little bit of a write-up above this talking about the Steel Wheels tour. That sort of thing. So there you go. So that's going to do it. A bit of an unboxing of multiple things on this edition. Hopefully everybody's doing well, and we'll chat again soon. And if you've heard the Jimmy Page Black Rose, let me know what you think. Maybe you don't care for it, that sort of thing. Maybe you don't care for live albums, and that's certainly true for many. So there you go. And of course, more Jethro Tull reissues. Fantastic. So have a good one. We'll chat again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.